everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the Cherry Purls podcast. It's been a long time. We took a little bit of a hiatus.
Just busy illnesses.
It's hard to podcast. We live not in the same house anymore.
I don't think it's that hard.
Yeah.
It's just that you've been really busy.
Yeah.
And then you got really sick.
I got really sick, but I'm good. I'm good
and
now.
I had gotten sick in there. And then you had a trip.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were really bogged down with all the advents.
And then I was in the hospital.
Well, that's part of being sick.
Yeah. It took me so long to feel better after the hospital. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
But I'm doing good. I got all my organs. So, it was touch and go there for a while. But I'm good.
You would have, even if you had to have surgery, you still would have had all your organs.
I have the vast majority of my organs. My organs are whole and
You're not surgically altered?
Yeah. Let's go with that. But anyway, this is episode 102. And it is just before Christmas or the holidays. So happy holidays.
I'm Mary.
I'm Robyn. You can find me as TeenyButton on Instagram and Ravelry, and you can find my hand-dyed yarn at TeenyButtonStudio.com.
On Ravelry, I am snipinfool, and on Instagram, I am Cherry Purls Mary.
And we have a podcast group. That's where we're going to post the links to everything we're going to talk about, as well as our giveaway and MKAL threads. Ooh, words. That is Cherry Purls Podcast on Ravelry. It'll be linked down below, and all the good stuff. So, it's been a long time. I feel a little rusty.
Well, yeah. Last time we podcast, I think was August.
We recorded one in October, and the end got cut off, and I didn't realize it because I waited a week to edit it, and then it took us another week to be able to film the alternate ending, and by that time we had more stuff to show, so it was like, well, let's just do a whole other podcast, and then...
I think your timing's off on that.
Is it? It was a long time
You
ago.
didn't go to edit it for like a month.
It sounds like me. That probably happened.
And then we redid the ending of it. And then you didn't get around to it. And then I'm like, okay, let's just, because so much time had passed, I'm like, let's just pitch that one.
Somebody dropped the ball and it was probably me.
Well, no, you're busy. I get that. I mean, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, if I have to drop something, unfortunately the podcast is, like, the first thing where I have to, like, push it back.
Yeah. And things have lightened up because all the advents are out. Mm-hmm. You got a couple of things hanging, but nothing near what you had before because you had some wholesale orders and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I need to clone myself, so if anybody knows anything about cloning technology, that would be great.
Well, I've offered to help.
Yeah, but you aren't me.
Well,
you need to know all the stuff that's up here.
Yeah. No, I learned when Robyn was sick that I do not want to be a dyer.
Yeah. Well, it would be easier if I could articulate where things are, but it's like I know that, but I can't explain all, Anyway, so we have you
want to talk about
knit-along.
That's okay.
Sorry, I feel really rusty. So I have a year-long knit-along that is about to end. It is in the TeenyButton Studio Ravelry group, not in the Cherry Purls group, and it is the TBS Harry Potter KAL 2019. So basically, you knit a Harry Potter project with any TeenyButton Studio yarn or any TeenyButton Studio Harry Potter yarn in any project. So it has to be Harry Potter related and in TeenyButton Studio yarn. So the full rules are in the thread for that. It is a quarterly knit-along, so this quarter goes until the end of the year, and at that point I'm going to draw one winner to win January's club from the fourth quarter thread, and then one winner who participated in all 4 quarters to win a 3-month subscription to the Harry Potter Club for January, February, March.
Very cool.
So, it's been pretty successful. I've had a lot of participation, which is great, but I don't know if I'm going to do it next year. I really enjoyed it, but it's just been like one more thing to keep track of, and I don't want to disappoint anybody if I'm late to draw winners or whatever. So
well, I have no problem helping you with that.
That may be what we do. That may be.
See, you're not real good at delegating stuff that anybody can do, and that's an anybody can do deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy to step in. Full rules for that are listed in your Ravelry group. Mm-hmm. So if you have any questions, jump in.
Yes.
Have you had a lot of people participate in all 4 quarters?
I think so. I haven't gone back to look, but I think most people have participated in all 4, or at least the first 3 because we still have half a month left to go.
True enough.
Yeah. So that is the knit along that I have going on. We also have a coupon code and a giveaway. So Katie B of Bebopper Designs has an ebook that's out. She released the first pattern last Friday.
I think so. I think she's got 2 patterns out now.
Oh, okay.
No, wait, one's coming out this Friday.
So it's 4 patterns, and it's quick knit gifts. And she's releasing one every Friday, and then one on the 23rd.
Yes,
because they're intended for like quick Christmas gifts.
Yeah, so it'll be 2 hats, a cowl, and a pair of mitts.
Yeah. So we have a coupon code for that. I'm gonna put it on the screen. It is podcast10, and that is for 10% off your purchase of any of the individual patterns or for the full pattern collection. And we are also going to be giving away. Let's see, is it on here?
Oh, it might be on the back.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, I didn't put that. I forgot. We're also giving away an ebook as well. Correct?
So yeah, that's the 4 patterns.
The 4 patterns. And so our prompt is going to be the one I talked about?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the prompt will be, what are your traditional Christmas recipes? Is there something that you make every year that means Christmas to you? Outside of like the regular main meal, like we do turkey for Christmas and Thanksgiving, but you know, like is there a special dessert or a special side or something, or maybe
you do like a Christmas cookie swap, because we're doing that this year with our knit group and we're very excited.
Yeah, so do you do anything special, and let us know what it is, because we might want to get your recipe.
We need cookie recipes.
So the giveaway thread will be in our Ravelry group. We'll post the prompt again in there. And go ahead and enter. And when are we going to cut that off? We didn't talk about that.
End of the year.
Okay, so we will close entries on December 31st.
And that is how long the coupon code runs for.
Oh, yes.
Well.
So that works out well. So the coupon code and the giveaway will end on December 31st. And then we will announce the winner on our next podcast.
Woo. Yeah, sounds good.
So,
and use the coupon code if you have any last minute gifts that you need to make.
Yeah, because they really cute patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she uses, she's not using fingering on these, so they can be
Yeah,
quick.
I know. I want to say the mitts are Aran weight. I think a couple of them are at least Aran weight. Yeah, one of them is bulky, I know.
Yeah.
So they're going to knit up quick.
Thank you, Katie B. That was really sweet of you.
So, ready to move into finished objects?
Yep.
Okay, I'm wearing mine. So I'll go ahead and talk about that first.
Sure.
So I finished my So Faded.
So Faded.
This is out of Knox Yarn Co. And it is her 80/20 base, which is Faunus sock. It's 80/20 BFL. So this is the So Faded pattern by Anglia Mowry. It normally has, my hair's in the way, like the garter ridges on the sleeves. It does, right?
I think you're thinking of a different pattern.
No, I think that's this one. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it has garter ridges on the sleeves. I did choose to omit those.
Hiccups if you see me jumping.
I just did a regular stockinette. And I did 5 different colors. I'm not going to stand up, but I'll show you on the sleeve.
You've showed it multiple times.
Yeah.
But yeah, your fade is still going down your sleeve.
Yeah, this is Ford Anglia 105E, or 108E. 105E. This one is Luna. This color is Love and Monsters. This one is Kitten. Can't see my finger. This one is Kitten Party. And this one is Memento Mori. So I had not much yarn left over. I played yarn chicken on the sleeves here. You can see that I ran out.
So you went back into Fort Anglia?
Yeah, because I lost yarn chicken with this Memento Mori colorway.
Well, you just wanted your sleeves longer.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would have ended there. That's a little bit too short for me. So,
yeah, you like them longer. You like to.
I like sweater
paws. Grab and length.
Yeah, and I was gonna put a thumb
hole.
There's a word for it. Yeah, like a hole for your thumb, but I got lazy and I'm like, I don't want to try it on. So just long sleeves. And it does hit maybe like mid hip for me, which is the length I like to wear my sweaters. And it's a BFL. It's actually, I want to say it's similar to my Tough Sock base, so it's held up really well. There's not much pilling yet, and I've been wearing it a lot. So I'm very excited.
I just see a teeny couple of pills right here at your elbow.
Yeah.
Like maybe 3. But
Yeah.
you've worn this thing a ton.
Yeah, and it's not super soft, which is okay. I don't need super soft, but I wanted it to be more durable than soft. So
Makes sense.
I'm very happy with it. The pattern there's a little bit of math involved to get the fading sequence right. And I kind of just wish it was like you know, to get this sweater with the five colorways, this you fade here, 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 and here. But the math wasn't too difficult, and I was able to keep up with it, so it's fine. Really enjoy it.
I probably shouldn't try that one.
Yeah, well, get somebody to do the math for you.
That would be you.
But yeah, I really enjoyed knitting it. It was a lot of, you know, stocking it in the round for hours and hours and hours, which is really meditative.
Stocking it in the round is like my jam.
Yeah, it's like a body sock. That's what people say. You're just like going around, and like once you get to the part where you separate for the sleeves, like this is top down, you're just knitting in circles forever and ever. And
I could go with that.
I knit the sleeves concurrently on the same needle because I was knitting from the inside and the outside of the ball for these three colors. You wanted
to use up all the yarn.
Well, I was worried about running out, and I wanted to make sure I didn't run out of one mid-sleeve. I wanted the sleeves to match. So that worked out really well. So yeah, I really like it. I'm really happy with it. I knit the largest size, but I went down. I think I knit this on a 4.
The pattern calls for a 5?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. I finished this in October, so it's been a while. But details are on my Ravelry project page.
I was going to say, probably check your project page.
Yeah, so that is my first whip.
All right.
Nope, that's my first finished object.
Oh, yeah.
I was tricking y'all. What you got?
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and show this one. This is a shawl that I knit for Robyn to be a sample in her booth. This is the Trelawny Shop, and this is by Tyne Swedish, and the yarn is TeenyButton Studio Soft Sock, and it's Dementor's Kiss, which is the darker charcoal gray color, and then all of the colors in between here are Potions mini skein set.
Yeah. So this one, this orange and purple is Wolfsbane. This green, brown, blue is Boomslang Skin. The reddish orange is Salamander Blood. The charcoal with the pops of neon, that is Acromantula Venom. And then the green is Bubotuber Pus.
Let's see.
I'm not saying that right. I don't know if it's Bubotuber or what.
This green right here.
Yeah. So it's in the books. It's not in the movie, so I don't know how to pronounce it.
This was a very quick knit, and it was really enjoyable.
And tassels.
Oh yeah, Robyn tassellated the points.
Oops.
So that was a shop sample for Rob.
And did you block it or did I block it?
I blocked it.
It opened up really nicely. I was like, I'm pretty sure you blocked it because I don't block things this aggressively.
I love a good block.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I gave it to you, you didn't have the tassels on yet. So
Yeah.
I'm really liking the tassels. I'm glad that you did put those on.
I have a shawl I'm going to show in a minute that I need to put tassels on. We're in a tassel-y mood, I guess, because
All about the tassels.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna go again? You want me to go again?
How many do you have?
I have a ton.
Oh, go again. Okay, I only have 3 with me.
Okay, so the next one I'm going to show is another shawl. This is, make sure I show it the right way because I wore it the other day backwards.
And I'm like, Mom, it's backwards. And you're like, no, it's
No,
not.
it's not. Okay, so this is the Perfect Blend by Casablanca. And this is a whole bunch of colors. If you want to know exactly the colors, it's on my project page.
They're leftovers.
But basically, it was a mystery KAL that Casablanca did earlier this year in relation to tea. That's what where the blend comes from. And it was an awful lot of fun to do. This is one of the first... this was the first mystery KAL that I completed. I actually completed a second one. That I'll show you later, but it was a lot of fun. You received, as part of the mystery, tea recipes every time one of the parts of it came out, which was really kind of neat. A recipe where you can cook with tea. But it was a lot of fun. You moved through the different colors, and each color was a different stitch pattern, and I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to knit. So, Casablanca, Perfect Blend.
Yay.
Thank y'all.
You want to go again?
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have some socks. You may do both of them while they're out? Okay. So I have 2 pairs of socks. The first pair of socks is my Catstros socks. I knit these while the Astros were on their World Series run, although they didn't make it. They were fun to knit while they were playing in the playoffs in the series. So the main color here is Catstros. This color is Cobalt, and this orange color is Tangerine Dream.
But it's going to be renamed whenever I dye it again.
Yes. So, so these are some socks that I knit. They'll remind me of the 2019 playoff and World Series. And, my usual sock recipe with the rounded toe, fish lips, kiss heel. Is there a problem?
No, I just love...
You like how the little speckles come in?
I'm trying to show, like, the gradation. I just love that.
Yeah, this is a fun colorway. It's an awful lot of fun. Yeah. But anyway, Astro socks.
Yay.
All right, so my next pair of socks that I completed was a mystery skein set that I bought from Valkyrie Fibers. Oh, that yarn was Robyn's yarn.
Soft sock.
TeenyButton soft sock. This is a yarn from Valkyrie Fibers. This is her matte sock. And then the heels and toes are her sparkle base. I think that's what it's called.
I don't even see it.
Oops.
There's so
Here
many.
it is.
So many.
I know, I've got a lot. Oh, yeah. It's her shimmer base. I'm sorry. So the main colorway is Sweet Transvestite. She does this every year for Halloween. It's based on Rocky Horror Picture Show. So the main colorway is Sweet Transvestite. And then the heels and toes is One Hell of a Lover.
That's last year's color?
That is this last year's color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I started knitting these the 1st of October. She has it. I bought the one for this year. Those will be next year's socks. Yeah. Somebody putting some in your mailbox.
Oh, interesting. This is the window open to the street.
So another pair of socks. Same heel toe, usual.
What's that lady putting on mailbox?
I don't know. You'll find out later.
I guess.
Okay. Do you want to go again? You want me to go again, or you want to go?
One more time.
Okay. So then, what I've been doing a lot of is I've been knitting a lot of knitted knockers. So I've got one.
That one's blue, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing them all flesh tone? I know that one was supposed to be darker.
Yeah, this on my monitor it was supposed to be brown. One. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 2. Let's see. Are there any more? Oops. 9. That may be it. Can't. Oh, nope. 10, 11. That may be it.
That one fell. Couldn't catch it.
Nope. 12.
12.
I know. I usually try to do them in full sets. So maybe that. I think the last one is on the needles now. Not that everybody has. Oh, wait. 13. And I know this one is not supposed to be part of that set. So that's why that's a problem.
Oh, okay.
That's why that was off. So pick up the one that fell. So really it's 12. 12. I think they're mostly B cups. A couple of season here, they had sent out an email saying that they were low on Bs. So that's what I was shooting for. And I will get these mailed off at some point. I used to try to save them up for a little bit. Usually we do a C is for Caring Cal in October because it's breast cancer month and I'm a breast cancer survivor. But this year, because of how things wound up, we didn't get it done. So maybe we'll do it early next year and then just do it twice in 2020.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so those are done. I'll stick those up there.
Okay. All right. So I have a pair of socks. This is my birthday socks for this year that I finished this week, or last week. So from August to December. But that's okay. So these were knit from a sock blank from Stranded Dyeworks.
I love how that turned out.
Aren't they cool? They're a little bit different, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
This way. So I use the Monkey Sock pattern by Cookie A. That is a pattern from Knitting Magazine, and it is free. I do the version toe up. I don't change the chart or anything. I just knit the chart toe up, and then I do the no purl version. So it is exactly how it sounds. You just don't do the purls. So, and it is from a sock blank. So they fit a little bit loose. That's, no. Actually, I don't think I've tried these on yet. Usually sock blanks, whenever you get them, the yarn is already a little bit stretched out, so you're supposed to knit them tighter than you think whenever you try them on. Or
I don't know. I've never knit from a blank.
Laura of the Knit Girls was talking about this at SSK last year, and I already forgot.
Might need to touch base with Laura.
Yeah. I don't knit with sock blanks that often, so I'm sure this will be fine. And I knit them short because if I ever have fit problems in a sock, it's usually the upper calf, like the upper cuff areas tight. So I knit them shorties also so I could have some sock blank left over. I might do a pillow or I don't know. I've seen somebody knit their sock blank into a little pillow, and it was really cute. They like put a backing on it.
Yeah. I've seen that.
So these are my birthday socks for this year. I traditionally knit monkey socks for my birthday. So this is pair 4 or 5. And I was saving the sock blank for a while. So now that they're done, I am happy to have them. And I like how different they are.
I do too. I love the colors in it.
Yeah, and I don't think Amy does sock blanks anymore. So this was kind of special. So I'm very happy to have a finished pair of socks. It's been a long time since I finished a pair of socks. I was doing the fish lips kiss heel, and I'm like, it doesn't look right. And I was doing the twin stitches wrong. It's been that long since I knit the heel. So
you need to go back and watch that video.
I know. So I have a finished pair of socks.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Okay, so I have some hats. Let me find them. This is just my basic hat pattern that I do. I cast on a certain number of stitches, and it's really just what I pull out. And then I knit until it looks like it's long enough to me, and then I decrease. Yeah, it's not anything scientific. So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hats that I'll donate to charity. I think, well, 4 of these are just a rolled brim, and then this one is got some ribbing at the bottom. So, yeah, I gave away a bunch of hats earlier this year, about a month or so ago, and so this is kind of replenishing the stuff that I have on hand. Well, yep. So keep going.
How many?
I just have the one.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've got one and then one that's not even here anymore. Oh, I found another knitted knocker.
Was that 14?
I think that might be back at 13. Wait, 14.
It's like Mary Poppins' bag. It's Mary Poppins' bag, but with
15,
boobs.
16.
There you go.
Wait. Yeah. Done.
It's like Mary Poppins. So I have I guess I'm going because I already have this in my hand.
Yeah.
I finished this actually 2 days ago, and I blocked it last night.
Oh, that is so soft. Just touching my arm.
So this is the
Bennett Sister Shawl.
Bennett Sister Shawl by Lindsay Fowler. And it is intended to be, so it's knit side to side. So you start at one end and you knit it like this way because the garter is this way. And then you increase and then you decrease back down. But the way she has it is you knit the first half with the mohair or the second half with the mohair. I can't remember, but I knit the mohair all the way across.
Because you wanted it to be soft.
I wanted it to be fuzzy shawl. So I used, I used TeenyButton Studio. I used Lush MCN for the main color, and it's tea at Hagrid's.
So it's MCN and mohair. That is like super soft.
And the mohair is my Lofty Lace mohair. It's a 30% silk, 70% mohair. And the colorway is Rosmerta, which is kind of, I mean, it's hard to tell whenever they're together, but it's like a mauve color.
Yeah. That color's in here.
Yeah, really, it helps tone down some of the variegation in the tea at Hagrid's.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And it pooled like a tiny that you can kind of see. I think it's really interesting.
I think it looks great.
So the pattern has tassels. So
this is the one you're going to tassel?
I think I'm going to tassel it. But,
with the mohair, not with the mohair?
I can't decide if I want to use the mohair and the tassels or not. And I also need to find, I have a cardboard thing that I use to make tassels, but I can't find it, so I need to hunt that down.
You can use mine.
It's like a nice woolly.
That's going to be so
It's
warm.
a good size, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like find your fade size, but
No, but that's still a really nice size. And I mean, it's a size that's usable. I hate a shawl that keeps coming off your shoulders.
Yeah. I need to get some of those shawl cuff things I've seen. I think those are a good idea. But it's super soft, and you can really see the halo whenever you show it close up. But I really like it, and it was a really enjoyable knit. It was very simple in a good way. You just do the increases, and then you just do the decreases, and that's all there is to it. Not that it's an uncomplicated pattern. It's an uncomplicated pattern, but
But it has a little bit of interest here because you've got some interesting decreases. I don't know if that's showing up on camera.
It's got a stockinette. Yeah, there you go. So it's got some garter and some stockinette. So it was really enjoyable. I would knit it again, I think. I just don't know if I would. I think I would do it again in like a speckle and not so much this variegated. I do like it, but I think it would be really, really pretty in a speckle.
I think it'd be pretty in a lot of yarns because it's a nice pattern. It's not too busy, so it can show off a lot of different things.
Yeah. I don't have kits for it anymore. At one point I had kits for it, but I think I still have most of the yarn for it in my shop if that's something you're interested in. So, what you got left?
One of the things that I did finish that I do not have with me, I don't know if you've watched this for a while. I was doing some cat mats where I was using some Caron Simply Soft held together. The pattern is the Easy Knit Snuggle by Ray French, and those were sent for cats and rescues, and I have already mailed those off. I made a total of 3, and those are already at a rescue that Comfort Critters has contact with. That was the group that I was knitting them through, and so I don't have that to show. But the other mystery knit-along that I did, I do have my finished object. Oh, his scarf came off. Hold on a second. So
that's so cute.
I have seen these last couple of years.
Well, we have our friend up here.
Well, I'd seen these, and then Angela made one for Robyn, and I'm like, okay, I need to make me one. And so, what's her name? Sarah Shira, I think her name is. This was our mystery knit-along. Oh, no, you didn't. And it was a mystery cow. And so I decided to participate. So I thought it was going to have a beard like most of her gnomes do. So originally this was going to be one of the Weasley twins. And then we found out that this one doesn't have a beard. So the beard for me was originally going to be an orange color. But to show that this is one of the Weasleys, I decided to put some charms on his little, jester hat. So what I have over here is a lion charm. And then I have a broom for when they play Quidditch, and they're the beaters. Is that right? They're beaters, that's right. And then this little charm right here is a little candy charm. So
like the Tung Toffees.
Yeah, so this is one of the Weasleys. What I plan to do, I have some of the other gnome patterns. I want to make one for each house. So that's something that I'm going to try to do for next year. Is knit some of the other gnomes with leftovers that I have, and then if Robyn wants to use them for, her flat lays or whatever, she can. But
what's the yarn?
I cannot remember all the yarn. Okay, this right here is Hedgehog Fibers Pollen. This one, I think this is Dumbledore's dressing gown.
Yeah, it looks like it. I was going to ask.
The gray, I'm not sure. It's a gray that was already wound. I wound it for something, and then Mary the idiot did not put the ball band with it.
Whoops.
Yeah, I hate when I do that. But I'm almost positive that this color is Dumbledore's dressing gown.
I like how his little hands are in his pockets.
Yeah. His arms aren't long enough, but
okay.
they keep coming out. But it was fun because I never knit anything that was, needed to have those little pellets in it or anything. And he stands up really well. Well,
If you
can't see it, but believe me, he stands up. And he kind of watches over me when I'm sitting over across the room knitting or whatever it is I'm doing. So he was fine. Yeah. So if you ever have a chance to knit one of these, they are a lot of fun to knit.
They're really good to make with, if you have a mini skein set that's mostly solids, they're really good for that.
If you go and you look at, the patterns, you'll see a lot of people did use some variegateds and some speckles. So there's all sorts of stuff that people are using.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. And I do admit to a little bit of cheating. I let them get a little bit ahead of me.
Oh, I do that.
So I could see what was coming up. So I could play my colors. Because I definitely wanted to do something that was Harry Potter related. So I needed to kind of know where the colors would flow.
Yeah.
I think normally the body was supposed to have been a solid color, but I wanted to stripe it just to bring in some more of the, Gryffindor colors. So that's why I did that. So
it's cute. I like it.
All right, done.
Ready for whips?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, look. Another one.
17.
This is like Mary Poppins' bag.
It's a Mary with a, MERY Poppins.
Yeah. Okay.
Those SSK bags are magical. Do Leslie and Laura know?
SSK 2 years ago. Yeah, it's like a TARDIS. It's like bigger on the inside. Wow. Okay.
So this is actually another mystery knit along. That seems to be the trend this week.
Yeah, maybe so.
This is the Stephen West mystery knit along. It is long since over. So
it's no longer a mystery.
It's no longer a mystery. But if you don't want to be spoiled, then don't look for this section. There's a Target receipt. I opened a project bag the other day and I found a $5 bill and I'm like, where did this come from?
I found money when I was helping you clean this room.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
There's a money fairy that must come around my house.
Or people don't put their money away.
I like the money fairy idea better. So this is the Stephen West mystery knit along. It is called Starflake, and it was the theming that he did was kind of inspired by David Bowie, and I am a massive David Bowie fan, so I decided to dye a little bit. I decided to actually have a David Bowie over there. I need to hang up in my craft room somewhere. I can't decide.
I told her. I said you need to put it like right when you walk in the door, so you can tell him hello and goodbye every time you come and go.
That may be a project after we finish. Help me hang David Bowie.
Sure.
So I decided to dye
the picture.
Yeah. 2 Bowie colorways to coordinate. So
you need help?
Here is my shawl so far.
You need longer needles.
I know.
You really don't. I mean, you want shorter. You don't want long needles when you're knitting because then that's just cord you're fighting. But when you want to show it off, it's nice to have longer needles.
So
beautiful.
I know, I love it. The 2 colors I have. This one is called Ziggy Stardust. And it is inspired by that jumpsuit that he wears with like the one leg, you know what I'm talking about? The one leg and the one arm jumpsuit. And then this one is Space Oddity, which is inspired by the album cover, which I actually have back there, but I'm not going to show you because I don't want to pull it out. So it's blown out a little bit, but that's pretty close. It's a little bit darker.
I still can't get over the vinyls coming back.
Yeah, I have them back there.
No, I know you have them back there, but I mean, I've been looking through Christmas ads and stuff, like Target selling vinyl now.
Albums,
like, what?
Vinyl albums. Yeah, so I think I'm on clue 3 or 4. So clue 1 is this kind of star shape in the middle, and then I think 1 and 2. I don't know. I'm on some clue somewhere. So you start with this really cool star shape, and you start with one of the wedges, and then you pick them up, and you make this kind of like half moon thing, and then you do this section with like the garter and the stockinette, and then you do the brioche section, which looks really cool.
Are you finished with the brioche section?
Yeah, I'm on, so then you do the short rows on the side. So I finished this side, and I'm on this side, which you really can't tell, but I have one little stripe here. So you do the short rows, And then there's like a scallopy section. It looks like more short rows. And I can't remember how it ends, but I'm very excited to see. It's a pretty decent, once you like stretch it out, it's a pretty decent size already. So this was something I was hoping to finish before the end of the year. But the issue is that it's really labor and like
you got to really
concentration intensive. Yeah.
You want to show your progress, people?
Oh yeah. So I bought these guitar picks. They're David Bowie guitar picks, and they came as like earrings, but I decided to make them into progress keepers. So there he is. And then I have an Aladdin Sane one where he's got the lightning bolt on his face. So I like David Bowie. I really like David Bowie.
Bowie's magnificent.
Have you seen the like people are doing their Spotify year rewinds? David Bowie's my artist of the decade.
I noticed that Bowie was featured heavily.
Yeah, Blackpink is my one for this year because I was really into them earlier, but that's not really relevant to the knitting content.
I mean, I do remember when we were going to Austin asking if we could listen to something other than Bowie, because I had been listening to Bowie for about 6 or 7 hours at one point, and I'm like, can we listen to somebody else?
What a fool question. So
we did.
I really enjoyed this. I'm really enjoying this, and I wanted to finish it before the end of the year, but I don't think it's going to happen. But that's okay. And
it'll get done.
I'm keeping it in my fat squirrel bag. I actually have 2 fat squirrel bags. I just really like the shape, I like the sturdiness, and I like this kitty cat.
This reminds me of Whiskers.
It looks like Pearl to me because it's got the raccoon tail. So that is my first work in progress. What you got?
I will show this one. This is one of my Throw Me Something misters. When Robyn was in Austin at Hill Country Weavers, Anna of Paisley Ducky also had a trunk show there. And this is one of her bags. You check it out what she bought at Target.
Yeah, I was like, what's the Target receipt from?
So this is a sweater that I am knitting for my sister. So ignore all the needles.
Kathy, don't look. I don't know if Kathy watches.
I don't think Kathy watches. So this is the Natsu Cardigan by Amba O'Brien.
Oh, Amba O'Brien.
So
designed that.
It goes like this. I have knitted. God, there's so much yarn going on because I'm actually got 2 balls of yarn that I'm working off of, and one of the balls I'm working off of the inside and the outside. So I have knitted to the pattern length in terms of the rows that are needed, but I know that this needs to be longer for her. So I'm going to go and see her after Christmas and get her to try this on and say, okay, how long do you want this? How long do you want the sleeves? I think in the original pattern, the sleeves come to about right here, and I know for me that is an awkward length. I would rather them go to my wrist. The yarn...
They're so oversized. Maybe even like an elbow length.
Well, I'm going to let her decide because this is for her. The yarn is... Do I have a ball bend in here? Of course not.
Barocco. This
is Barocco Ultra Wool, I think it is. Yes, Ultra Wool Fine, and the colorway is denim. It's a really dark wash denim.
Yeah.
This denim. But anyway, so yeah, that's knit up pretty easily. It's been an interesting pattern. What I do love about this particular pattern, there are rows where you have to do raglan creases, and there are rows that you have to do sleeve increases, and sometimes those rows are the same rows. And the way she's written this pattern is she gives you the directions for every single row.
It's not just do this and then at the same time do this.
And it's not like every 3rd row do a raglan increase and every 7th row do a sleeve increase. She's like, no, on row this you do this and this, and on row this you may just do this. Yeah. And so that was really easy to follow. So I did really appreciate that because my first foray into my sweater making was a fail. I know why, because I chose the wrong yarn and the wrong pattern, and that will be frogged on New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah.
For our traditional New Year's Eve frog.
We do a New Year's frog. It's not an official thing, but I'll post on Instagram if you want to participate. I don't really have anything to frog. I might need to find... I probably have something to frog somewhere, but basically you start the year with a clean slate, and you know.
Well, I mean, I could have frogged it last year, because it was my Rhinebeck sweater for last year when we went, and I knew it was one of those things, you know, hated it the whole time I was knitting.
It's a
but I
sign.
didn't stop.
Yeah.
And then when it was done, and of course I wove in all the ends, I'm like, no, I am never going to wear this. And but I did sign up to take a class with Amy Herzog at DFW, which was this year. And so what I did was I brought the sweater to my class, and I said, Amy, after listening to her at the break, I said, okay, here's the sweater, and based on what you said, this is why this sweater failed, and I was correct. So now I know what pattern this yarn needs to go with. Yeah. So I will try again. No doubt. But yeah, the yarn is it's a lot of yarn to just not wear it.
Yeah. And it's Madeline Tosh MCN. So
yeah, well it's Pashmina.
Yeah.
So I mean, not that I love Mad Tosh anymore, because I'm still mad about the Mad Tosh bleeding episode that I had a couple of years ago.
They have a lot of issues
that they blew me off on when I asked them about what can I do to
that's
get the
a
yarn.
trend.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's still, nice yarn.
Still a lot of money tied up in yarn. Still love the color. The yarn is soft. And so it'll make a great sweater. It's just not that sweater. Yeah. So I will be frogging that in a couple of weeks.
Speaking of sweaters, I have another whip to show. And this is one of my Throw Me Something misters that I totally forgot to put on my email to you. So this is from the Fat Squirrel.
You'll send me that information.
Yeah, I mean, I can. She doesn't, she sells out so fast that you can't get these bags anymore. But it's from the Fat Squirrel, so I'll send it.
Well,
so
somebody may want to know. Yeah, I mean, that way they can stock her just like everybody else.
And I saw that, and I was like, well, I gotta have that bag. So, the little autumn animals with the little sweaters and scarves and stuff, I can't resist. So I have a sweater project in here. This is her sweater size, not her Erin sweater size.
Yeah, she's got one bigger than that.
Yeah, because I have it for my blanket. So this is, there's so many needles in here.
Yeah, your sweater was like my sweater.
Yeah, so, sorry. This is...
So, 2 sleeves.
I have 4. I'm using 4 different needles for this sweater.
I had 3 on the other one.
Yeah, this is the Hintermost Cardigan. And
work.
It is a pattern by Bristol Ivy, who I'm sure y'all are familiar with. So, it is a cardigan knit sleeves first, and then from the bottom up, with color work in the middle.
And it's knit in the round.
And then you steek it. And I'm a little scared because I've never steeked anything before. But how hard can it be?
I have an idea. We'll talk about this whenever we finish podcasting, because it's something I don't want to spoil yet. So.
Okay. All right. So I'm using my Tweety DK base. This is a new base. I don't know if I've shown this base on the podcast before. It is 85% merino, 15% Donegal tweed.
Look how cool this is.
I really like it. Yeah.
So look how it looks knit up. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. The sample isn't knit with tweed, but I'm like, tweed is really fun, and I'm obsessed with this base right now. So this is Dumbledore's dressing gown, which is like the quintessential autumn-winter colorway for me this year.
Which is the same color that was in my elf.
Yes.
Or my gnome, I should say.
And then this one is A Shortcut to Mushrooms, which is a Lord of the Rings reference.
A little mushroomy color.
Yeah, so it's got some pops of pink and yellow in there.
Ooh, that looks good.
So those, I know, that's from the Gnome Knitter.
Hot chocolate with marshmallows.
So you knit sleeves first. So I have 2 sleeves and they match. I was actually at Knit Group the other day and I was looking and I'm like, I'm not using the stockinette needle on the stockinette part. Because you knit the cuff in one needle, the stockinette in one needle, and then the collar work on one needle.
And then you didn't switch back.
I didn't switch back
to the stockinette.
Yeah,
but they're not.
But it'll be okay.
They're really, really close in size.
It was like an inch and a half. I forgot to switch needles.
Yeah, but I mean, you did switch, right?
Yeah.
But see, holding them up, there's not a big difference in size.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, it's minimal.
So.
I think any difference can be fixed with blocking.
Yeah. I love this color work. Like,
Now, they're not at the same point. That's why this one's a little longer.
No, they're at the same point.
Okay, because that one looks longer.
The things weren't lined up there.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, they're at the same point. You were scaring me for a second. I'm like, no, they're at the same point.
Poor Lynn and her sock.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. My heart broke for her.
Yeah, Lynn of Sunshine and Bubblegum. She's so funny. And I was using. Oh, I can give you your stitch markers back.
Woohoo!
I mean, I took yours off already. I only used like 10 of yours, but I was using them to keep track of my increases. So sleeves are done.
And then you start at the top?
And, no, this is
oh yeah, you said bottom up.
Yeah, so this is the hem. And I am knitting the largest size, but I went down a needle size because I knit loose. So I don't think I will. Sometimes what I do is I knit the biggest size on the bottom and then I switch to like the second or third biggest size at the top because my hips are so much wider. And that fits me better, but for this, with it being steeked and not knowing where to put the decreases, I think I might just knit the biggest size.
When do you connect for the round?
So I haven't read through the whole pattern. I think you knit the hem back and forth, and then you cast on some extra stitches for the steek in the middle, and then you join the round.
I forgot about the steek part. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I think. I've never steeked before, and I haven't read all the pattern, which probably is a bad idea. But right now, it's interesting. It's not a straight rib. It's, I don't want to give it away, but it's a little bit more interesting.
Cool.
And it's not too stretchy, which I like, because I don't like whenever, like, the sleeves get all stretched out. I like that kind of tight.
Well, they're actually pulling in, whereas these are kind of billing out.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm working on right now. This, I was hoping to have this finished by the time I can actually use it, because it's cold right now, but it'll probably get warm again, like back up in the 80s in like March.
This may be your Rhinebeck sweater for next year.
Yeah, it might be. So, I think we are doing Rhinebeck next year. I think it'll be me and Larry, but we're not 100% decided quite yet, but we'll see. So that is my current whip I've been working the most on.
My second and last work in progress.
This episode's getting long.
Is what I've chosen to do with my Advent socks, my Advent calendar. I worked for an Advent calendar by helping Robyn
for yarn,
and so I couldn't decide what I wanted to make. But in past years, I've seen people have these really cute strings of Advent socks. And I decided that's what I wanted to do.
If you've bought the Christmas in Hogsmeade Advent calendar, well, you're not.
Oh no, I've only got days 1 and 2.
Okay.
So
if you haven't opened days 1 and 2,
this is day 10.
Yeah.
So you should be far ahead of where I am. So this was day 1, and this is day 2.
I love this. Is one of my favorite colorways.
And I do need to block these. I'm not sure how I'm going to block them, but they do need to be blocked.
I would get like a cheapy dollar store placemat and cut.
That's what I was thinking of doing. Mm-hmm. And then I am currently working on day 3. Yeah. So they knit up really, really fast. So I can see now how people can really knit up some baby socks in a heartbeat. The pattern that I started off with, I decided to change it up. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just doing my regular sock pattern. So it's the usual rounded toe that I do, a fishlets kiss heel. So I'm knitting till I knit the first one and I said, okay, this is about how far I want to go. I measured that. That's where I'm going to start the heel. I did the heel and then I went up to a certain point and I measured that. And then I'm doing 5 rows of garter around the top.
I was wondering why it curled in. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's just a different look on the top.
Yeah.
So, and then I did a I-cord, and then I'm going to attach it on the inside so it'll have a little thing to hang on, because I'm not going to use that loop to hang it on a tree because I'm really not sure if I'm going to do a tree or if I'm going to do a clothespin on a line. But then that way that a clothespin can get this or a Christmas tree hook can get this. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah. So that's what I'm doing with my Advent colorways.
Yeah. So that is all the whips I have.
That's all the whips I have.
So we're going to move into Throw Me Something, Mister.
Woohoo!
I've acquired a lot of things since we last podcasted, but I cannot remember what I've acquired since and what was from before. So I'm just going to show my 3 most recent yarn purchases. Do you have a lot? Or do you have a medium amount? Oh, it's in that bag. You don't have much.
I've got 4 things because I already showed my bag from Anna.
Why don't you go first then?
Okay, so I have some yarn. 2 skeins come from the same person. So these are both Night Owl fibers. And this one I bought at Fiber Fun in the Sip. And the colorway is Hot Wassail. And this is her Barn Owl sock. And then this is a colorway that I ordered online. I saw it and I had to have it. And this is her Diagonally. So they're both self-striping. You know I have a thing for self-striping. Rachel does beautiful self-striping yarn. All her yarn is beautiful. But, you know, I've got a thing for self-striping. Yeah. And I don't feel guilty buying self-striping because Robyn doesn't do self-striping. So I can buy all the self-striping.
So I have, let's go with this. I ordered this. Oh, my bag has been decorated. Look at that.
Oh, purple. I see little teeth marks.
Little teeth marks in my plastic bag. So I ordered this a while ago. It came from Canada. I believe her name is Laura, and she is Tiny Human Knits, and I watched her podcast for a long time. And she does self-striping yarn, and she posted that she had these 50-gram skeins. And I don't usually make shorty socks, but if I use a heel and a toe and a cuff mini skein, I can get a pair of regular socks.
If you do coordinating heel, toe, and cuff, yeah.
And I know a yarn dyer who can dye a colorway that will match these.
Yeah, see if she'll do that.
Yeah. So I actually ordered these 3, and then I posted about it, and it turns out Candace of Pin Feathers and Pearls and Transitory ordered the same colors.
I think y'all are twins, because there are so many things that y'all do that are similar.
Cracks me up. So this one is called Mint Hot Chocolate. Oh, and this is her 80/20 merino nylon base. This one is Mint Hot Chocolate. Look how pretty. It's a 2-ply, and it has that, like, 2-ply texture that I love. Like, you see how it's a little bit bumpy? It's not like a smooth.
See, I love me some 80/20.
Yeah. And it's 50 grams, 200 yards. So this one is Mint Hot Chocolate. This one is a Harry Potter reference. It's Lady Grey, but I think it's supposed to be like Grey Lady. I could be wrong. It's a Harry Potter reference, but this one says Lady Grey. I think it's super pretty. It's very autumnal.
Very much so.
And this one, y'all may have seen. This is her, like, super popular colorway that she dyes all the time. It's called Dunder Knit Rainbow. And it's inspired by Dunder Knits, who has a podcast. I actually don't watch her podcast, but it's on my, like, watch later thing. I just haven't watched her podcast because I haven't watched any podcasts in, like, months. But it's so pretty. So these 3 are going to be socks, of course. But I don't know when. I don't know, you know.
Just get them in the queue.
Yeah, just add them to my, like, dragon hoard of self-striping yarn. It's in that cubby right there, but there's literally no more room for any more self-striping yarn, so I need to come up with another solution.
I've overfloated to the second cubby.
Yeah, I think I may clear the one underneath it and put my other self-striping
yarn. That's what I've had to do. But it's not a problem. There's always another cubby.
Oh, yeah.
So, speaking of self-striping, this is some more self-striping. This is from Turtle Pearl. This is her striped turtle toes, and the colorway is Sugar Plum Waltz. So I thought this was really pretty.
I like how she has the picture.
I know. I love how she does this. So that gives you an idea of how it's going to stripe up.
Yeah.
So I thought this was pretty, and this would be some fun Christmas socks, and I will get working on these at some point. But, yeah, so she does, it's similar to that, where I guess this is 250-gram skeins.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like the must-match ones from Stacey.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if she actually says, yeah. So it's 100 grams, so it's 250-gram skeins. So, yeah. And last thing, when we were in Austin, there was a lady there who was with a group called Handspun Hope, and she was, what's the word I'm looking for? Selling things that are made by some ladies in Kenya.
Fair trade?
Yeah, it's a fair trade group, and but the ladies in Kenya, they're spinning wool and knitting garments. They're weaving rugs. And
they had some really cool, like, latch hook pillows.
They had some absolutely gorgeous items. But they have some ladies who are deaf, and they were having trouble finding work because people don't want to hire people who are deaf. And so what the deaf ladies were really excelling at was making felted animals. So this is I need a felted elephant. I love me an elephant, and I had to have this. So this was one of the purchases that I made it when I was at Hill Country Weavers.
He's so cute.
I mean, it's well, you can't see him, but he's really cute. So I don't have a name for him yet, but I will put him in with my other elephants. I have a big elephant collection, and so he will go in there and play with the rest of the herd. All right.
So I have one more thing. There is a local Renaissance festival. It's close to Hammond, Louisiana, if you're familiar with Southeast Louisiana. And every year, I used to go every year when I was in high school and college, and I haven't been since 2012. But this year, Larry and I have been talking about going, and every year we're like, oh, we'll just go next year, So this year we're like, we're just going to go. So we weren't there very long, but they have
You made the last weekend, right?
Yeah, last weekend was the last weekend, because they do all of November and then the first weekend in December. So they have 2 places. They used to be just one, but now they have 2. I don't know if you'd call them booths, because everything is like in little houses. 2 vendors that sell fiber. So Inch by Inch Weaving and Enchanted Soap and Fiber Co., I think. I don't think they have websites. But Inch by Inch Weaving had these skeins of 100% alpaca yarn.
It's so soft.
It's so soft. And she said she bought it from this guy who had all these, like, the mill-spun alpaca skeins. And he's like, I don't know what to do with them. So she bought them. And she's like, if I don't use them for weaving, I'll see if I can sell them. So this is from an alpaca called Zeus, which cracks me up. And I think she said it was 200 yards. I guess it's a DK. Sport
I
weight?
would say DK.
Well, the thing is also it's very loosely plied.
It's very loosely plied.
So it's probably going to knit up maybe close to a sport. But I love the texture. I like this kind of like hand spun. It's not hand spun, but it's got the hand spun look to it, that kind of underplied look to it. So I've got about 400 yards. So I figured that I'll make like a shawl or a cowl or something, and it's super soft. And I have a love for alpaca. I don't carry any alpaca bases just because I find it doesn't sell very well, and it doesn't do great for a lot of things like sweaters because it doesn't hold its shape so great, and socks, and it's really best for like shawls and cowls. But I like whenever I can find it to get some. So super soft, and it's white. I think I'm gonna over dye it. Maybe I've been thinking like a clay color or even like a pastel pinky peachy something.
I don't know. I think that's beautiful and it's natural color.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. But I'm gonna make a tag for it. I wish she did have tags for them, but I'll just put a little ball band on.
Yeah, why don't you do that before you forget?
Yeah, because I will forget. That is a thing that I do a lot.
Well, everybody does.
Yeah, but
absolutely everybody does.
Yeah, so that's all the acquisitions that No, that's not all the acquisitions. I lied. I forgot I had another one. So this is super exciting, actually.
Is this another one you forgot to tell me about? No, that one's on there.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I forgot it. So, Luna Pearl Yarns. I've looked at her yarn from afar for a long time. And her shop updates are a little sporadic. I know she has a baby, so she kind of does her updates whenever it's most convenient for her because of everything she has going on. And you may recognize she winds her balls in a certain way.
That is so cool looking.
She does them by hand, which is like mind-boggling. Like, it's beautiful. So I last weekend, or might have been before that, it was a while ago.
I'm very excited.
She said she had this color is Polaris, and she has another color. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like gold and silver and pink, and it's super pretty. And I was gonna try to get both, but I missed out on one of them. But I was stalking her shop like every 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna go refresh and see if it's see if she updated. So I was able to get one of these skeins. So again, this is Polaris, and the base is her 7525. Yeah, merino and nylon, and the color again is Polaris. So this is going to be socks. I can't decide if I want to start them now or if I want to wait. But I think I'm going to use this mini skein for heels and toes. This is Meet Me in Kingston. TeenyButton Studio, Meet Me in Kingston.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's a similar
but it's enough of a variation.
Shade. Yeah, it's a similar, I wouldn't say shade. It's like a darker version of this. So it looks like it'll go well. I thought about doing Dumbledore's dressing gown, but it's a little bit too similar to that stripe. And I had a gray, but the gray was a little bit too blue, so I decided to go with this.
Perfect.
So I'm very excited. So I have my yarn and my needles in here, but I'm not sure when I'm actually going to start. I'm going to show this bag, actually. I got this for Christmas last year. This is from Southern Sparrow Handmade, who is Tiffany. And she has these in her shop right now if you want to go get one. I'm just saying.
If you hold it still, people can actually see it. This is embroidered on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like it could be hand painted.
Yeah, but it's gorgeous. So I'm excited to use it for a Christmas project. So that is all of the Throw Me Something Mister I have.
I think that's it, period.
Yeah. I'm not going to do a shop update segment because I'm probably not going to have a shop update before the end of the year. Since I was sick, it took me a really long time to get back into the swing of things. And then once I did, I had Harry Potter clubs and Hanukkah calendars and the Harry Potter club for this month. And then the Magic Kingdom the Magic Kingdom mystery pre-orders. So it's...
You had a lot of things that kind of stacked up.
Yeah, and then a wholesale order. So it's... I don't really have a lot of time between the end of the year and now to do any shop update dyeing. I did have a really huge Black Friday sale because I had a trunk show that came back. And I was able to use all the proceeds of that. That's going to go towards my hospital bill. So thank you if you purchased any yarn or if you shared it or whatever. I really appreciate that. So I think that is everything.
And so
I think maybe going forward we might try to podcast once a month. What do you think?
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, we'll see. I like having a regular schedule because then it feels less like, oh, let's just push it back if we commit to a schedule. But we'll see. It's,
We've committed to schedules before though, and they've gotten pushed back. So, well, why don't we just play it by ear? I mean, if you have time, we'll podcast. If things are crazy, then it gets put on the back burner. That's just how life is.
Yeah. Well,
we definitely will be continuing on.
Yeah. People are like, oh, you're going to stop the podcast.
No.
Yeah.
No,
we're still here. We're just...
No, it was never our intent to stop. If we ever do stop, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
But there's no plans to stop. It's just things kind of got crazy.
Mm-hmm. And now they're less crazy.
For now.
Hectic. Yeah. For now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the messages saying you missed us. I had a lot of those and that felt really good.
That was very sweet.
Yeah. So
we missed y'all too.
Yeah, we will try to be more consistent. But thank you for watching. If you're a new viewer, thank you for coming back. What were you gonna say?
Don't forget to enter the giveaway. If you forgot, go back and look at the beginning or go over to a Ravelry group. We'll have the details over there.
And it'll be stickied at the top so you can find it. So I think that's all we have for today. I'm going to go see what that lady put in my mailbox because now I'm really curious. And
maybe it's misdirected mail.
Maybe. That's no fun.
Maybe it's my Christmas card to y'all.
Ooh.
I didn't do Christmas cards.
But we will see y'all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.